Texting with a narcissist, like other things, is never a pleasant experience because they display cryptic and very weird behaviors that do not make sense. They use this mode of communication as a tool to punish you, torture you, abuse you, and corner you further. They do things that you or somebody who is not a narcissist wouldn't usually do. But what am I talking about? What are these behaviors? Let's find out in today's episode. I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we are going to talk about 5 weird and toxic behaviors a narcissist displays while texting. If that sounds interesting and you're eager to learn more, please make sure to subscribe before we begin, because your subscription to the channel helps in spreading awareness about narcissistic abuse. Weird behavior number 1. They will message and then quickly expect you to respond, like literally within seconds. Now, they are delusional because they expect you to be ever present, which is impossible, but they don't understand that. They are also impulsive and seek instant gratification. If you do not respond quickly, they will either delete the messages after sending them, which is an option available in all messengers, and then that will make you anxious. That will confuse you. You will ask, of course you will, what was it? I'm sorry, I was not available. And then they'll drag it. They will make sure you get punished for ignoring them, for not responding quickly, for not answering them. They'll make you cry. They'll literally punish you the worst way possible. Number 2, the second possibility, they will spam you like crazy. Answer me. Where have you gone? So now you are playing these mind games with me, aren't you? Let's see who cries first. Oh, you think you're somebody? I am going to ignore you now. Answer me. Oh, now you're cheating on me. All sorts of crazy things. They can't understand that you may be busy with something, or you may not be in a position to talk with them. They have to have you there, as I explained earlier. And these cryptic, these spammy messages will then turn into non-stop calls, one after the other. 200 calls within 30 minutes. That is too much. That is overwhelming. And you'll think, what is this? How am I supposed to deal with this? What does this stand for? Once you accidentally or finally respond to one of those calls or to those messages, what do you get? A shitload of abuse. Hell breaks loose, and they make sure you pay for your mistakes and you pay for ignoring them. Now, another thing that I want to make very clear is that context always matters. Somebody who is trauma bonded to a narcissist may display a similar form of behavior, in that they may call the narcissist all the time. They may message a lot. They may seem to be a crazy person who has lost it, if you were to just read those text messages. But the thing that's going on is that this narcissist is abandoning them, and the survivor just wants something so that they can feel okay. In that case, this trauma-bonded survivor cannot be called a narcissist, even if they are displaying the same behavior. Why? As I said, the context here is different. Their intentions are different. Behavior may be the same, but they're operating from an entirely different place. The narcissist may also give you silent treatment, which can trigger you to know more. And then that might trigger you to call them a lot more than how much you call them normally. And you may text a lot. So keep in mind that just because you may show a similar pattern of behavior does not necessarily mean you are a narcissist. Now that you have stayed so far, I urge you to stay until the very end, because number 5 is going to bring it all together. That's the weirdest texting behavior I know of personally when it comes to narcissists. Weird behavior number 2. They will rarely ask about you, because every conversation, in person or digital, has to be about them. That's it. They may begin this conversation with, a general hi, hello, how are you, but then they'll slowly bring it to themselves, and then this conversation will turn into a boring monologue about their life. They want all the attention. If it is an overt narcissist, then they'll be talking about all their accomplishments and all the stories where they are the hero and they are the savior and all sort of crap. If it is a vulnerable covert narcissist, guess what do you get to hear? All sorts of nonsense and stories about their victimhood and how they were attacked and how this happened and how their life is a mess, and then you are forced to fix it. Weird texting behavior number 3. This is what makes them so evil. They will intentionally text you, bombard you, spam you continuously when you are busy, when you are doing your work, when you are in an important meeting, maybe you're preparing for an examination, maybe something else is going on, maybe you're a doctor and you are attending one of your patients. No, they need that attention. What is so important that you are choosing that over the narcissist? How dare you ignore them? How dare you put them down? You have to choose them over everybody, including yourself, your money, and your stability. The crazy thing is, they will create a fake emergency so that they get you. They make you respond to those calls or texts. They will text and say something as cryptic as, so and so had to be taken to the hospital. It's an emergency. I need you, but I see you're not available, so it's fine. And then leave it there until they know you have seen it, but then delete it so that you rush. You want to know more. You are going crazy. You are anxious. Who wouldn't be? This is how they weaponize your empathy against you. Nothing might have happened, but the narcissist has to make it seem like the sky is falling, the world is collapsing. They need to be rescued. They need immediate help. And if you are not there, which of course they shape the environment in such a way to make you fail so that they can then guilt trip you and punish you for a mistake you never made. When you get to know that it was fake, your blood boils, you're angry, and then they also weaponize that to say, see, I just wanted some attention from you. I just wanted you to love me. I wanted to talk to you. That's why I lied. I was doing it for us, and this is what I get from you? Anger? You're abusing me. This is why you're crazy. I can't stand this. They will then guilt trip you into fixing them, making them feel better. But at the same time, the unfortunate thing is you end up betraying yourself, of course, unconsciously. Weird texting behavior number 4. They will not read the entire message. They won't read the entire text necessary to fully understand your opinion, your point of view. Instead, they will scan all those messages for one thing, to pick and choose words that can be fabricated to flip the narrative, to create one of their own that doesn't make any sense, that has nothing to do with what you said in the first place. Why, you may ask? Of course, to become the victim in the situation and to punish you, to keep you involved, to keep you busy in explaining yourself so that they have to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. Also, as you already know, everything triggers a narcissist because of their fragile ego. So does your text. Instead of objectively looking at things and thinking, wondering, reasoning, they take it as a blame. Your expression is perceived as criticism and nothing else. That's why they change everything. They turn tables around and make it seem like you are attacking them. The entire text loses its meaning, and they clearly show that there is no way to have any form of communication or a conversation with them. This is the reason why I always suggest that you should not send those long messages explaining why you feel a certain way and what they need to do. They don't care about that. They will take all of it as an attack, or they don't care enough to read it, to understand it. Weird and confusing texting behavior number 5. They use emojis a lot, especially the winking face, the kissing face or those two eyes. Now, please do not get me wrong, because if I say everybody who uses emojis to express themselves is a narcissist, then I would be making a big mistake, a blunder, and that's a big generalization. No, I am not saying that. What I'm trying to say here is they are kind of obsessed with expressing themselves through those particular emojis. They're also fond of that devil face emoji and the yawning face. Just, it's their way of kind of showing you who they are deep within, or telling you things without telling you things. For example, sending that kissing face emoji over and over again is like insinuating I love you. It's a form of love bombing. Or sending those two eyes, it's like my eyes or on you. Or that demon face emoji, it's like evil, but they make it seem like it's sweet evil, nice evil, sexy evil, but it's not that in reality. They are expressing their demonic side. When sending that yawning face emoji, they are telling you you are boring, or they're not interested in hearing and listening to you. They don't want to because they don't care enough. All these behaviors, if we bring them together and try to look for a pattern, they tell us the same thing. And what is that thing? They are unempathetic. They don't care, and they can weaponize anything they can to abuse you, torture you, or to get supply from you. What do you have to say about this one? Have you experienced it? I have experienced it personally. That's why I wanted to share it with you. Whatever your experiences are, drop them in the comments below. And with that, let's bring this episode to an end. Before you leave, here is an important announcement. I recently launched an upgraded version of Master Co-Parenting with a Narcissist program. The enrollment is coming to an end very soon. This program will teach you how to defeat a narcissist at their own game and protect yourself and your children from their further abuse. If you want to check it out and enroll at a discounted price, click the I button above or the link in the description of this episode. I'll talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.